Happy Tuesday. We are in week 4 of your AP US history. By now, you have done your very first end of the lesson questions. So, I do want to stress to make it easier on yourself, don't wait until the last minute. When you have a lesson, like let's say today, which is Tuesday, September 8th, you should be working on lesson 2.3.1. Do the end of the lesson questions for that. So, this week in A Push, what we are going to be covering is hot and heavy British colonies. When you started Unit 2, you saw how we begin to look at the Spanish and the English and the Dutch and the French, how they were all there. But in moving forward, it's pretty much 2 solid days, 2.3.1, 2.3.2, which are regions of the British colonies. These are the separate colonial regions. And you're going to be looking at and learning how the environment really shaped and impacted these colonies, as well as the reasons why these colonies were settled. Do pay some extra attention to the New England colonies and the Chesapeake colonies, especially Jamestown. We are going to be eventually writing your one term paper, and the topic of the term paper is going to be comparing the New England colonies to the Jamestown/Chesapeake colonies. So, most of this week is going to be British colonial regions, how they were different, what characterized them, why and how they developed, etc. At the end of the week, we are going to be looking at what we call the transatlantic trade. You've heard it better, and hopefully you've heard it by now. It's called the triangular trade, and it links Europe, Africa, and the New World. So that's where we're headed. The structure of the class is the same. When you have a lesson, you are to watch the video, take some notes on it, or better yet, maybe do your notes in the end of the lesson questions. And that way you are finished. Also, when you're doing the end of the lesson questions, maybe do some bullets and bold some of your words. That would be a great study tool for your semester final exam. But I digress. So, when you are doing your lesson, the videos are all about 15 minutes or less. Watch the video, take some notes, do the end of the lesson questions right there and then. Go on to the College Board website, take your self assessment. I think there are 3 questions. There might be one that's 4 questions. Then take some time, do your assessment, which is your assignment. It's instead of having a chapter or a unit test. You have done a timeline for lesson 2.1. You will see there are some maps this week. You are to map out the different British colonial regions, and eventually by the end of the week, you will be drawing a map about the transatlantic trade. So keep in mind, those assessments are going to be timelines, maps. There's going to be SAQs, FRQs, DBQs. From this point on, there's really not any additional new skills. So week 4, here we come. I hope that you guys all had a great 3-day weekend, got yourself some rest, rejuvenated. I know the remote school is hard. Fingers crossed that we're going to be coming back sooner rather than later. But please reach out with any questions or concerns. This is hard on all of us, and I can't wait to meet you in person and see you so we can actually really start having some fun.